Good evening, YouTube. I got home from the lake today and I was, first I want to say something, to keep in your minds for prepping. Now, in the middle of that lake that I was at that Metro Park, there was an island. And I'm looking over at it, man, and it's just nothing, it's an island, trees, overgrown bush, stuff like that. It wasn't an island that people, like on some lakes where they'll, dock their boats and there's a little beach or whatnot. That might be, if you have to bug out. I don't think too many people, the Metro Park, it's about 45 minutes away here from Detroit, so it's not that far. And I don't think in a bad situation or crisis, too many people are going to be thinking about going to the beach and the Metro Park. So, what better place to bug out to than an island on a lake? You got, you can see anybody coming from a distance. They're going to have to be on a boat to even get there. So if you had, it wouldn't be hard to, if whatever you had to do to maybe defend that, little island, and it would be real easy, just to, take a boat out to the lake. You can rent boats there, actually, and throw a couple backpacks, whatever. They don't have to know what you're carrying with you, you know what I'm saying? You're going fishing, right? And start stocking supplies up on a little place like that. Like I said, you want to stay away from people, and that would be a perfect way to stay away from people, or maybe even just hold out, because you never know. You might have to bug out, and then a month later, there's stability again, and you can go back to, life as we know it's going to end one way or another, but it don't mean life is going to end, period, right? So, yeah, it's just something to think about. But so I got home and I'm watching some YouTube videos, and, this flat earth asshole guy, he's evidently traveling across the United States, meeting flat earthers. And, if you guys go look and watch his video, he ran into some shit, people talking crap, people just starting a bunch of crap, man. And, I give the guy respect for the video he did anyway, man, because I'll tell you right now, who can you trust in this world? Nobody. God says every man is a liar, and only he tells the truth, so you don't trust nobody. And I even learned, this ain't nothing with flat earth, man. I learned, and some of these guys are good, man, trust me. When you go from, I didn't grow up in a low-income area, but I live in a low-income area now. And it's not because I have to. I choose to live over here because I like the way the police operate over here better than I do in the other cities, Over here, you generally have to be doing something to them even, mess with you. You go to the next city over, and they just pull you over because they don't like the way you look. That's it. But yeah, don't trust nobody. I'll tell you right now, man. And I don't trust nobody on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I had to learn the hard way, when I moved to a low-income area. Some of these guys are good. They can make you think that they're your friend, and their only intention was to rob you. You know what I'm saying? Or do you harm. So, you don't trust nobody on YouTube. And I'm even started, I watched one of Richie from Boston's, videos, and he had Rob Skiba on there. And I catch these guys saying shit that ain't right, too. You know what I'm saying? Rob Skiba, I don't know. And it was just little things, like when Richie from Boston says that he's baptized, and then, you hear him talk about God, but then he'll say in another video that he's never read the Bible. Well, how does that work? Please explain it to me, because I'm a little confused there. So ultimately, you're just trusting that what somebody else told you is the truth of the Bible? Yeah, it don't work like that, buddy. And then the Rob Skiba guy, he talks about how, I don't know about him, man. I'm gonna look, you know, I'll figure it out. That's one thing that I've learned about myself, man, is I've been tricked so many times. You better believe I will figure it out, whether who these guys are and what their intentions are. And, the Rob Skiba, he says, back when he was into filmmaking and stuff like this, and he got a job, and, he was covering missionary work around the world, and that was his job. And what upset me is because I can understand it. Yeah, maybe you were trapped into what you thought was God and to church and stuff like that. You believed in it, and that was at a time where you didn't understand. I'll give you that. But now that you understand, why would you laugh, snicker a little bit after you said that your job was to make videos of the mercenaries and make people feel sad and send them money? I mean, that's pretty fucked up to even say that, man. That you knew that that's what you were doing, and you're gonna, yeah, that's what I had to do. So, yeah, don't trust none of these guys. I'll tell you what right now, man. As far as the people that got the larger subscriptions, I mean, it's getting down to, I think your Russian vids, man, that's where it's at, man. He's doing great work, man. Real great work. These other guys, I don't even know, And I don't want to say nothing about, there's nothing illegal against making money. But, at some point, you got to look at these guys like, the preacher that owns a new Cadillac, gets a new Cadillac every 2 years. And all his congregation are driving, $1,000, $2,000 used cars and paying for him to drive a Cadillac, So we'll see if that's where, because that's not right, period. If you're a truther and you figured out a way, that you can make a little bit of money off of doing what you're doing, I mean, that's all right, I guess, But if that's the only reason, I see that you guys build up large subscription rates and you feel obligated to give content, which you never really give no new content. You're just, especially Richie from Boston, man. And I don't want to say nothing bad because I don't know the guy personally. Like, I can't sit down and talk with these guys. And they'll never let me on one of their live stream talks because, I'm not one of the flat earthers or truthers with a huge, large fan club. And it seems like they support each other that way, which I start to question whether that's part of their mind. Because I see the gamers doing that too, When you start getting to a certain state where you get large subscriptions, you start sharing your subscribers and stuff like that. These guys ain't dumb. But, when you start, Richie's from Boston, I mean, I'm just seeing the same shit come from him over and over and over again, man. And it's like, come on, man, if you're the real, because the guy seems to be, pretty intelligent. We know there's chemtrails, we know this, we've known this for, a long, long time, man. You don't have to do no more videos on chemtrails, man. Start helping these people out. If you are a man of God, like you say you are, start helping these people, because that's the ultimately, all your subscribers that you got, if they are not getting, that's where the truth leads to. And I don't care, anybody want to say as you push religion, no, you're not pushing nothing on nobody. You're trying to help them, man. Like, look, go look for yourself so you can go confirm it and get on board and get done with this bullshit. Because you see with the whole Math Powerland, this IPS guy, the flat earth asshole, where all this truth movement and this, where it's going, man. They're really starting to infiltrate it and, get people against each other, man. And, of course, some of these guys should be publicly out. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying right now what I'm saying about a few people. And like I said, I'm not saying it in a way where I can say that I can confirm myself who this guy is or what his intentions are. I'm just saying, there's certain things that you can start looking for, patterns and stuff like that. And believe me, I'm real about things, man. I look at things from every point of view. I look at it from a standpoint that, a guy starts a truther channel, and, before you know it, he's got 50, 60,000 subscribers. Now he's obligated. You know what I'm saying? He's obligated to give his people and his supporters content. You know, so that's why I think, a lot of times, you see, the chemtrail videos over and over and over again. I mean, just for me, it's just my personal opinion. I don't want to see that shit. I don't know, man. Don't trust nobody on YouTube, man. Nobody. Don't trust nobody you come across on a daily basis. Don't trust your best friend. I had to learn that the hard way too. So, we'll see, man. I don't even know where I want to go with my video anymore, man. When I was at the beach today, it just was so liberating, man, to whether I was surrounded by bald-hearted people or not, man. I hear children's laughter and playing and just people are generally enjoying themselves and having a good time. And let me tell you guys, man, and I see some of you guys really getting angry, man. Don't let this consume you like I let it consume me. Because you got the possibility of going there in your mind, like I said, a dangerous state of mind, a real dangerous state of mind. And when I tell people that, man, I'm not joking, man. Dangerous. It doesn't get more dangerous when you're looking at another human being like he's a piece, like the same as the piece of meat on at the grocery store shelf. That there's no difference between the two. That's a bad state of mind to be in, man. And that's where this can take you: the anger, the frustration, and sometimes it's not even angry, and still the anger and frustration is not generally directed towards the people that are trying to get you angry. You're angry because you care, you know what I'm saying? You care about these people that are trying to make you angry, and you care what happens to them, and that everybody's being poisoned and lied to and manipulated, and just don't let it consume you guys. Don't let it consume you. Get out there if you can, like I did today. I went, and like I said, I had a great time. I enjoyed, sitting out in the sun, the dangerous sun, don't go out in the sun when it's too hot, right? Look at all the shit they're trying to tell us. I got the, a little conversation with my buddies I grew up with real quick. They believe those are clouds, and and that just goes in, it almost blows your mind. I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, we've been looking up. I was like, when's the last time you even looked up in the sky? We've been seeing clouds all our life. I was like, does that look like any cloud formation you remember back in the 80s, mid 80s, early 80s? I was like, I don't remember it, And then, just they didn't want to believe, there's different types of clouds. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess so. It's 2017. There weren't when I was growing up, but now there is. And they kind of chuckled because they know. You know why they chuckled? Because they know they're just lying to themselves, And so, at least lucky for me, some of the cloud makers were flying over, within the next hour or so, making clouds. So, and I yelled it out loud, man, like right at the beach. People were looking at me. I was like, oh, look, everybody, it's the cloud. It's the mobile cloud factory. And, don't let it consume you guys. It's bad. What's coming here in the new future is so bad and horrible and depressing. And we're going to be scared. We're going to be everything. So let that time be for that time. Don't do it now. Don't get angry. Be happy. And I'll tell you, this comes from the scripture, and it's true, because I've tested a lot of things out, as far as people's reactions to things and human behavior. When a man is doing you foul, be kind. Be extra kind to him. And it's like taking a bucket of hot coals and pouring it over his head. He can't handle it because he's not getting the reaction he wanted. Think about that, guys. I'm a hypocrite. I fall into it too. It's hard not to. But like I said, I mentioned the retarded guy in the chair, At what point do you realize that this guy's unfixable? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do for him. You got to start thinking like that, because if you don't think like that, then ultimately, like I said to myself, you know, there ain't nothing wrong with him. He's in the wheelchair. He's all messed up. I can see he's messed up. I know he's messed up. I understand his condition. There is no helping him. But I'm going to walk up to him and say, you know, get up and walk, bro. Here, I'll help you. You know, so it don't work like that, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Flat Earth asshole, I know you don't watch my videos along with nobody else on here that's got large subscriptions, but if you can make it out to Detroit on your trip, you know, come through, man. You know, I'll make sure your belly stays full. And I got some questions I'd like to ask you myself. For myself and for the rest of these people out here that might, you know, suspect that you have, you know, your true intentions aren't legitimate or just and true. And I'm starting to really look at a lot of guys on YouTube, whether I think their intentions, even if they started out with good intentions, whether their intentions now are just and true. You know, all I can do is keep watching and seeing what they say and catch them up and when they are saying incorrect stuff, and call them out on it, which probably won't do no good either, because you'll just get a certain amount of his supporters defending him, and then the people that don't like him, you know, supporting me, you know, and, you know, I don't want to get involved in nothing like that, man. You are what you are, you know. God knows exactly who you are and what your intentions are. And that's all that matters. You know, so God bless you. Have a great day.